Yo, welcome back. This is Stu42 with another Minecraft episode. I'm just here for the very quick sort of how-to-y type episode-ish. I haven't actually done it yet, but we'll see how we go. With the success of this turtle here, doing the recycling thing in the recycler, as per the last episode, I've decided that these turtles with a request pipe are actually pretty handy things to have. So one of the things I was thinking we could do with this is, I don't know, maybe put one here. Yeah, I could put one here. Okay, so I was going to end up doing the same thing with a Crafty Turtle here. Let's just turn him around. Turn left. Yep. Turn left again. Cool, so now he's facing us. Now this Crafty Turtle is crafty because he has a crafting table on the side of him. Now to make that to begin with, you have to put a crafting table in here, and then I can't remember what the command is actually. It's in Lua anyway, so you have to actually go into the Lua thing and then go turtle dot. I think it's just craft. No, it's not craft. It's equip. There we go. Equip left and equip right. So I chose to equip left, which means it put it on the left-hand side, and that means we can now use this Crafty Turtle to actually craft things, and it just does these three slots here. So before we do that though, we are going to need to be able to hook it up to requests, which is cool. We're also going to do this thing here where we have a chest. Now, actually, we're going to need to change this around a little bit because the turtle can only drop up or drop down, which means we're going to either have to have the chest on top of it or below it. So I think I'm going to put it there. We're going to have the request pipe on that side. So that means we're going to bind it to the, if it's facing this way, the right hand side. So that's where we're going to bind that peripheral to. And then we're going to have, that's going to kind of be annoying. Okay, we're going to have to move this over a little bit. Come on. All right, because we're going to need to have these coming down. I need a chassis as well, actually. Let's see, do I have a spare one? Not there. Chassis Mark II. Mark II will do. So, if you guys haven't figured out what I'm doing yet, what I'm actually going to do is use it to combine dusts. So dusts are sort of a constant problem that we have. Actually, I'm going to go this side. So this is going to be the request pipe, which means we just have we have the extractor here. We're going to have the request pipe underneath, and our little turtle is going to be there. Actually, we'll leave him facing away so that we know that it's the right-hand side that way this time, because we've got the crafting table on the left. So now we should be able to do something like pipe equals peripheral dot wrap, and then it's on the right, and that'll work. And then we can do pipe dot can access. That's a good thing to test. True. Cool. So that means we can now access this thing and request things exactly the same way as we did here. The difference being this is a Crafty Turtle. So now what I'm expecting to be able to do is hook it into the system. We will dash up here. Oops. We'll dash up a bit further. Now, what tiny piles of stuff do I have? Oh, I've got lots of stuff. Let's start with iron. So let's grab, actually we'll grab a few just so we can test this out. So we'll grab some of that. So the basic premise is going to be, this thing's automatically going to pull whatever's in the chest out of it. So we can do something like put 9 there, and then if we call turtle.craft, just like that, look at that, it's combined all of those dusts into a single dust. And then we can go turtle.drop up, it'll go up and then get sucked away into the network, and actually because it's a dust, it's going to come all the way along here and get smelted and then go back as an ingot. Fantastic. So that's basically what we're going to do. So I'm going to modify this program that I have over here, set it to basically check the network for all these tiny dusts, And if there's more than 9 of a certain tiny dust, it'll request all 9, lay it out in the grid, craft it, throw it into the inventory where it'll get sucked straight back into the network. And that will solve our dust problem. No more having to do multiple compressors or make sure we've got the right amount of items or anything like that. This should just do it all. So I'm going to run away because I haven't written this program yet. In fact, this is just an idea that I had about a couple of hours ago that I thought I'd just record and see how we go. So I'll be back in just a moment once I've written this program properly based on this one, and we'll see how we go with automatically combining all of these dusts. See you in a bit. Alrighty, I think we have a successful go here. So I've got this empty, everything's all set the way I had it just before. As you can see, it's been doing some stuff here. So if I run startup, you can see it clears all of the slots first, requests some tiny piles of iron dust, waits for all 9 of them to come in. There we go, 9, and then distributes them into the grid, crafts them into one, puts it in above, and then it's probably already gone actually. Yep, it's already gone. So this is doing fantastically. In fact, there's the iron bar going back the other way. So this is actually working just fine with everything that has more. There we go, there's another one. Another dust heading off to be smelted. Gold, iron, copper, gold, awesome. So this will just gradually go through every 5 seconds, checking all the dusts, making sure that there are at least 9 of them, combining them into a dust. It does automatically empty all the slots in between. That is just for my peace of mind to make sure that it is actually empty, because otherwise the craft will fail and you won't have a good time. So that's sort of just to stop it from locking up. There we go, there's tiny piles of tin dust. That is working fantastically. Now, this is only pulling things out really slowly. Like if I put that in there, it's only sort of 1 every second or so. And that's just because I'm using the very old, or the Mark 1 extractor pipe basically. But we don't need this to be very fast at all. It just needs to be fast enough. Oh, look at that, it's doing all the different types. So I've done almost every sort of dust type in here. So I've got all these ones that are all item ID 4108 with a meta up to 10. I'm also doing plutonium, because plutonium, in fact, if I log out of here and push U on plutonium, the only thing it can make is big plutonium, and that's fine, that's all we want. The tiny pile of uranium, however, we don't actually want to combine this into a proper ball because we actually use it for the enriched fuel, so we haven't included that one. And then all of these ones, like I haven't included that because look, you can't combine it. Nickel, yep, you can combine that. You can with all of these, except for that one. Tiny pile of steel dust doesn't seem to work, but iridium does as well. So I've added all of those in there, and this is now happily doing sulfur as well, so that's cool. So that's gradually making its way through the dusts. Now I think I've got a few of them in here. Yeah, so there's a few for it to get through. It should be more than fast enough to keep up with this crafting though. If need be, there's a 5-second delay in between each craft. I could potentially lower that down, but that's just a sleep statement at the bottom. Now, as with the last time I did a turtle program, it'll be in the description below. I will put the Pastebin ID down there so that you can download it and use it. Much like the last one, however, it is very much hardwired to this sort of setup. It is expecting you to have the request pipe to the right, and it's expecting the chest to be above. It's also only doing the IDs that I said before. If you need it to not do an ID for some reason, then you can, not include it in there. Likewise, you should be able to see roughly how it's done. It's pretty horrible, actually, in Lua to build the list of dusts. If you wanted to extend it for anything else, and that's only because we're sort of lucky that all these 4108s are the only ones that have that extra like damage or meta number, and then all these other dusts are literally just item IDs. They don't have that little colon. You see how that's got colon 9 and colon 10? These ones don't have that extra meta ID at the end. So sorry, that's a bit of technical developer kind of speak, but it works. It works. So, as always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.